Hey, it's Deflationary Tech over here. Today on Deflationary Tech, we're going to talk about Celsius and their debacle. Alex Machinsky's financial technology platform, Celsius Network, may be on the verge of collapse. On June 12th, not only did he halt withdrawals, citing extreme market volatility, but also he paused transfers. So he halted withdrawals. That means that if you're in that platform, you can't send it to a wallet or anything like that. To the crypto community, that's pretty much blasphemy. That's not done. Only in certain circumstances. Meaning, if you're doing an update to a platform, if you're improving it in some kind of way, and those are done within hours, and then you're allowed to withdraw and stuff like that. It's not done for several days like the Celsius network is doing. Extreme volatility. We're in the bear market. Winter has come. So for anybody thinking a fairy tale story, this may last for 12 to 2 years or even longer. If you've been in crypto for a while, you know these could be trying times. Not only Celsius is not allowing you to withdraw, but it's a lending platform. Let me tell you what that means. That means you can get margin called, for sure. And if you're in a process or close to getting margin called and you send money to Celsius, well, you can't take money out. No withdrawals. That's the crypto mantra. Let's go.
Get rid of middlemen. And so what do people do? They give their keys, which are their coins, to middlemen. And then the middlemen lose your coins, lose your keys, get robbed, get hacked, steal your stuff. And so now we've got Celsius, and Celsius just stopped all withdrawals, all transfers, all everything. So all you guys that didn't listen, you got screwed because you wanted to pick up pennies in front of freight trains, no matter how many times I warned you. And I've been right, 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 and I've been right a million times, and now I'm right again. So, yep. It sucks being right all the time when the things you're right about are things that suck. Unfortunate. I guess there's a name for it. It's called I don't remember. In ancient Greek history, there was this lady that would always, the Cassandra effect. She'd always predict the future and no one would believe her, and it was her curse.
It has other people that's brought up about this. It is so funny. Richard Hart from Hex. They call Hex a scam. But Richard Hart is saying basically the same thing. Why are you guys advertising platforms that withhold your coins? It's money. It's money. All that stuff has to do with money. If you're advertising something like that, that doesn't have a backing, that's not backed by millions upon millions of dollars. I mean, they have in their stated form, in their policy, that basically, if they go belly up, That's their property. Your coins is their property. You can't. Not saying you can't go in and out of these platforms, but I mean, that's the situation right there. That's the situation. Still struggle streaming. All right. What's next on the docket? Another content creator named Clearview Taxes has given his prediction of where Bitcoin is going. He states that Bitcoin's going to $12,000. Hey, I'm not here to judge or I've actually watched Clearview Tax. This guy, total professional. A lot of his predictions is on the money. He does his research. He does seem like he goes in depth. The only portion of his YouTube clip that I had an issue with was the MicroStrategy clip where he's basically stating that MicroStrategy is gonna be losing his money, or he over leveraged. The only reason in that situation where I have an issue is to me it's kind of pocket watching. We call it in the streets pocket watching. You're basically stating somebody's own personal business, but where's the documentations? You know what I mean? You got to have some kind of proof to state what you're saying. Yeah, he tweeted back, but we don't know what price he would belly up at. So first I heard around 21,000. Then I heard 20,000. Then I heard 3,000. And since you're predicting $12,000, if he hasn't, if the $3,000 mark is the mark that he would lose his crypto, then that whole discussion was pointless, basically. MicroStrategy, I give MicroStrategy the benefit of the doubt because of the amount of time that he's been a CEO of MicroStrategy. They say he's the oldest CEO. He knows the do's and don'ts. He knows the market probably before you were born. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. But he knows the market. He's researched Bitcoin to the T. And looking at his videos, he understands that there may be a situation where Bitcoin goes down 80%. I would be surprised if MicroStrategy didn't account for that situation. It has strategy in its damn name. Damn it. So let me let you guys watch a portion of that video.
Thank you to all the crypto investors for joining me today. I'm going to give you a warning. Bitcoin is going under $20,000 and the crypto crash, it's going to get worse. So I'm a big fan of crypto, but I'm a bigger fan of not losing money. So if you're buying crypto right now, I am assuming that you like blockchain technology more than you like money. It's all about the tech, right?
So
So what I have for you today is good news and bad news. And we're going to start with the bad news. The bad news is that Bitcoin will be going under $20,000. And I'm going to tell you why. We have the macroeconomic environment working against us. We have a recession. We have the Federal Reserve working against us. They're doing quantitative tightening. We have the risk of Tether being the next Celsius and Luna. We have the risk of Michael Saylor getting margin calls. In the short run, Bitcoin, it's temporarily going to go up. So you're going to see a bounce up. It's going to come down, and then it's going to crash hard. So this is going to be your classic dead cat bounce. If you don't know what a dead cat bounce is, I'm going to explain this to you. So let's say you have a tree. In the tree, there's a cat really high up there. Cat jumps out of the tree, hits the pavement, dead on impact. It's going to bounce up a little bit, and it's going to come right back down. So that's your dead cat bounce. Now, if you have a little kid, if you have a kid witness this, the child might say, the cat's alive. It hit the pavement, and then I saw it jump back up. But you don't want to traumatize the kid, so you say, yeah, the cat's fine. The cat's going to be okay. But in your head, you really understand, you know what's going on. The cat bounced because of Newton's third law of motion. So the cryptocurrency market, it's going to do a dead cat bounce. The market's been falling. It's going to bounce up a little bit, and then it's going to come crashing right back down. So as a cryptocurrency investor, do you want to be the adult that understands the situation, or do you want to be the child that doesn't? Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you know who Michael Saylor is? If you're in cryptos, you should, because Michael Saylor, he's the guy that's going to make you lose more money. Michael Saylor, he's the CEO of MicroStrategy. That's a $2.5 billion software company on the NASDAQ. Over the past 2 years, Michael Saylor, he paid $4 billion for about 130,000 Bitcoins. His average price is $30,700 per Bitcoin. His company borrowed that money to buy those Bitcoins. Now, Michael Saylor, he is crazy about Bitcoin. He's got so much faith in Bitcoin. Just think about it. Put this into perspective. The value, the entire value of MicroStrategy, the market capitalization is $2.5 billion. MicroStrategy bought $4 billion worth of Bitcoin. So here's the problem. You borrow money. You take that money to buy the assets. If your asset falls in price, the lender, they can take legal action to force you to sell your assets. That's because the lender in that situation, they want to salvage their money. If Bitcoin stays under $21,000, MicroStrategy is in danger of a forced liquidation. So that would mean a fire sale of billions of dollars of Bitcoin, which would obviously plunge the crypto market. Michael Saylor is saying, so he's not avoiding this issue, he's confronting it. Michael Saylor said that if Bitcoin falls under $21,000, that would not trigger a forced liquidation. Saylor said that he would come up with more money for collateral. That's what he says. I'm skeptical. It's a $2.5 billion company with a $4 billion bet that went wrong. So mark my words. I mean, it's pretty obvious. MicroStrategy investors, they're going to get pissed off, and lawsuits, they're going to be flying all over the place. So this is basically like we're revisiting the housing crash of 2008, but this time it's with cryptos. So people borrowed irresponsibly because they thought that prices would keep going up. But prices fall, which triggers forced liquidations, which triggers a further crash. And I hope you understand that historically speaking, when Bitcoin reaches the bottom, it falls 80% or more from its peak. So you can take a look at you can take a look for yourself. 2011, Bitcoin falls more than 90%. 2015, Bitcoin falls 83%. 2018, Bitcoin falls 84%. 2022, Bitcoin is down 69%, so a little bit more to go. If history repeats, I'll see you at 12,000.